Hey there, Shenz63 Gamers, and welcome back to the OG Squadcast. First and foremost, Happy New Year. It's 2021 now. Obviously, we're recording this a bit before 2021, so the new year is still coming up for us. But one thing I can tell you is that we have an incredible amount of excitement building up right now. In this podcast, we're going to be doing a little bit of a review of 2020, sort of a year in review podcast, if you'd like to call it that. And with me today, I have none other than the OG Squad and Julian, the people who you could say have had the most significant impact on the channel this past year, and that's why we're going to break everything down with them. Let me bring them in right now, and welcome to the OG Squadcast in its first episode of 2021. How's it going, boys? How's it going, boys? Oh yes, also just a small note, Julian isn't using his camera right now because he is having some technical issues. We have had many tonight, we have had plenty, and we always thought it was load shedding because, you know, it just so happens that around the new year, Eskom decides, wow, you know what, you're already locked down, let's allow you to enjoy the new year in lockdown with no lights. So
you can see the fireworks in the sky at night time.
Exactly.
Maybe it was a hint when they told us to light a candle.
Yeah. Yeah, to use a candle for light.
Criminal messaging.
Dude, what? That's so big brain.
Yeah. Actually, you know, I have an app, like an Eskom app, but it's like a little bit of a nudge at Eskom, and it's called Eskom Push. And yeah, that app is insanely funny. And all the time they're like, don't light a candle on New Year's Eve, light one today. And I was like, okay, buddy. But seriously, I mean, this is an incredible podcast. We are back with the OG Squadcast, a brand new episode after such a long time. Since the last time we did an episode like this, yeah, just like Sue said, it's been too long. But since the last time we've had an episode like this, we've done so many things. We've achieved so many things. We have, let's say, reached milestones that all of us here were actually expecting to be insurmountable to some extent. I know the words are really big right now. Yeah, it's a big word. It's a very big word. But in all honesty, I mean, the boys have finished matric. The OG squad. You know, Rome's here on my left, Rahul here on my right, Suv down there, and then Vino right below. You guys, I'm sorry that the finger thing it's never ever going to be correct. I promise you, we're going to make memes out of this. But everyone has done incredible things this past year. I'm saying this past year because it was 2020. Obviously, when you guys will be seeing this, it's 2021 already. And yeah, I mean, boys have finished matric in an incredibly tough set of circumstances. I mean, with lockdown, on and off, going to school, having to stay at home, doing online learning, all that kind of stuff. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong, went wrong. And despite that, everyone did such a great job, even Julian. And right now, I did say that I would say this a little bit later, and we will be having a New Year's Eve stream, provided that Eskom doesn't decide to step in with the load shedding boot and be like, "Quah, get whacked." But I will say it again in that stream. Obviously, you guys would have seen that. The time difference between the content is kind of disorienting. But nonetheless, I just wanted to give an amazingly massive shout out to Julian. This year, everything we have done, everything we're about to talk about in this podcast has been so heavily influenced by Julian, and all for the better. I honestly, Julian, thank you so much. You know, you've done so many things, dude. Thank you. I have to give you a round of applause. Honestly, you have done so many big things. Yeah, I'm sorry. You see, every time he brings it up, I feel so bad. But I told him the least thing I can give you is some sort of materialistic thing to make it up. Something which I still need to give to him because, you know, Corona, lockdown, can't really go over there because then the cops will be like, whoop, whoop, and then I'll get locked up. But
take my present, bro.
You know, yeah, exactly. You know what? They'll be like, okay, well, you don't want to get locked up? Well, give us this, you know, because corruption is a thing. But nonetheless, Julian, I just want to say thank you so much. This community, all of us here, we all appreciate you so much. You know, I say it so often, but I still don't say it often enough. You have done incredible things for this channel, for our community, and we couldn't be where we are today without you. So thank you so much. And yeah, dude,
Sure
yes to you.
thing.
Yeah, I shall raise the Powerade bottle to you, buddy. That's for you. But yeah, I was thinking of making something more special because it's like end of the year. But I think I might do that for the stream tomorrow. Get some of that non-alcoholic champagne going. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Oh.
Dude, all the alcohol in it, man.
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But we always keep it 100 here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, let's get right into the podcast and let's talk about the year that 2020 was. Frankly, it was quite a terrible year, you know, in the bigger picture, you know, in terms of social interactions.
Big facts.
Yeah, definitely. Social interactions went down massively. It was so difficult, you know, being apart from the people that we enjoy being around, the people that we love, all that kind of stuff. And it affected lots of people in different ways. But if I can say one thing, it is that this community, these guys with me here today, Julian, Rahul, Vino, Suv, Romes, and all of you watching out there, you guys are the biggest part. You guys have made it possible for everyone to feel like they're not alone. And they really aren't. None of you watching this will ever be alone. And that's because this community will keep on bringing good vibes. We move forward and we move forward together. And that's what we proved this year. We did everything together and we have come so far. Beginning in January, I mean, we started off with the farewell video to King Edward VII School. That was my alma mater. It always will be. That's why I ended, you know, I finished matric and I stepped out into the brave new world of university. And surprisingly, that video was watched by so many people. I think it's got almost double the amount of views compared to the number of subscribers that we have, which is quite bad. Because I know that many people watched it more than once. I mean, all of us here, I know you guys are guilty of it. We have all watched it more than
Dude,
once.
it still pops up in recommended. Eh?
Exactly. We see
Yeah.
it. Like the algorithm has pushed it
Kids
so insane.
tribute video.
It was mad. It was actually mad.
I got the 2019 holiday vlog in
Yeah.
recommends.
Yeah, that one also bagged, and I
Yeah,
don't
dude, these
even know
videos are
what.
getting pushed now in recommended.
Which is a very good thing.
Dude,
That's
get
very
in
true.
there. That's
But I mean, the one thing that lockdown did do is gave us a bit more time to game.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of big games came out this year. Like, what would you say your favorite one is? Like, each person, what would you say your favorite game in 2020 was?
Okay, I'm gonna put someone on the spot here, and I'm gonna say Rome's.
What was my favorite game of 2020? Definitely Among Us. I mean, I
Mm.
played that thing like all the time.
I mean,
Evil
this-
Mastermind.
You know, people call me
Wait,
a
what's
sweat among us. And
Oh.
people call me a sweat, but I can tell you right now that Rome's was the biggest Among Us sweat I ever met. That guy would smack you with every single thing. He's like, dude, how many wires are there in this area? And then you'll be like 3, and he's like, nah, dude, there's 4. You capping. Get out.
Nah, dude, but he doesn't have to try. He's just like naturally good at the game. You
Yeah,
try
yeah.
so hard. all
Okay,
the
that's
time.
facts. I mean, I am guilty of being a tryhard. Everyone tells me this. I'm a tryhard. I'm a sweat. I am many
Dude,
different
yeah,
things. Even
you
right
never
now.
lose that hustle.
Right now, I
Never.
am perspiring. That's how sweaty I am. But
Yeah, dude.
no, I actually am perspiring. Like, it has been incredibly hot today. That is actual fact. But
Even with the aircon like blasting.
no, now I only put it on now. But like, yeah, I thought I could survive without it.
Oh,
But
this
then I
guy.
realized I was like, no, I was like, let me survive without it. But then it didn't land up working. So I was like, you know, man's got to do what he got to do. It is what it
Dude,
is.
only you could have an aircon and say, nah,
Yeah.
I won't use it on the hottest
No,
day.
yeah, no, that's
The
true.
hot-
And then the days when I don't really need it, like I'll blast it. Like, yo,
Yeah.
man.
Dude, you would wear jackets.
Dude, are you sweating in the
summer
podcast, bro? Dude, why are you
with
sweating in the
aircon
podcast?
I'm
on.
sweating on the podcast, dude. Rahul, keep quiet. But moving on, Sue, what would you say your favorite game was of the year? I mean, we can have overlapping ones here.
It also doesn't have to be one that you played. It could be one that you just enjoyed watching
Fact.
someone else play. Or
Dude, I found Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man video.
Yes, the new Spider-Man is incredibly fun. Wait, you know, I always get confused as to which one it is, but the new one's Miles Morales, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I always
that
keep
one
on getting
really
confused between. I don't know why I keep on getting confused between the comics, the movies, and the games. It's very weird.
It's the same character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
very.
just
I mean,
different, like-
yeah. Rome's and Rahul actually were speaking about this the other day because they said that Miles Morales was never a big character, like you know, in like the general world or
He was
whatever.
never a big character.
Exactly, it was
He
only
was
in
always
the
really
comics,
You know,
right?
The movie that he started coming
Yeah,
into
true.
the spotlight.
True, and
Yeah.
I mean they really did a good job. I mean, in terms of like looking at the Into the Spider-Verse, I really love that movie. Like, I mean,
That movie was so
it
good.
was so lit. You know my goodness, and I remember watching it on
Yeah,
Netflix.
that was a really good movie.
Oh, it banged, dude! I remember watching it on Netflix, like in the midst of lockdown, like at the highest point of lockdown, and that was the point when Raul's gone, but you know he'll be back. There he is. But yeah, truly, I mean, I remember watching Into the Spider-Verse at the worst point of lockdown, like when it was so bad that Netflix said they weren't going to offer certain titles at like certain qualities. They were going to cap the quality because there was too much traffic on the servers. So I ended up watching it.
YouTube's default quality is 480 at the
480.
moment.
Yeah, facts. That's
If you
very
click on a
true.
video, it'll be automatically 480.
Yeah, that's facts. That's actually very true. And then I'm like, no, dude, I want 1080. Come on.
What about the funniest?
Dude,
in my mind,
why
the
are you
funniest thing
flexing
about
with your Wi-Fi again? Like, why are you flexing?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't even
no.
know there was a
Mine doesn't even go
difference.
to
Andrew, you give it a
Dude, mine stays on 360.
Keep quiet.
Yeah.
No, but I.
Dude, I watch it like 280, dude. It's like, yo, 280.
Oh man. Okay, no, that was not
I
intentional.
just found,
But honestly, I remember
I just
watching
found it
that
funny
movie.
that Chanel and I were talking
Oh,
about
why
into the Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
and literally, I was like, the most important thing for me was like, did you check the frame rate?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that was the thing.
What?
We checked the frame rate because the thing is that the frame rate wasn't. It was at half the frame rate of
12
normal
FPS.
movies. It was at 12 FPS, whereas normal movies are at 24 FPS, and it still looks so good.
You're watching this
They
video
animated
in
different
60.
characters
Yeah,
with
you guys are
different
watching
frame
this video
rates.
at
That's the thing
60
about the
FPS.
movie, which
Yeah,
is
true.
insane.
Oh, really?
But give it that whole like comic book kind of vibe,
Yeah, definitely.
like that style.
And that's what I loved
kind
a
of
lot.
In between
It was so
frames
fun.
that have a flash screen of a comic book page. Like
Yeah.
someone would illustrate a page, and you just
I
get the quick
literally-
flash. Like a
I
twist of-
literally noticed something like that, but I didn't know what it was. Legit.
Yeah,
and
so you just
and
in
you see
between each
Rome's
frame while
knows.
they animated.
Rome's knows. You know, you want the inside information. We've got him right here, dude. We've got the man right here. Like, you know, you don't even need to go
Yeah, I
far.
kind of studied this movie. I've watched it so many times by now.
What a text. Oh my goodness. No, but I managed to watch that video at like the most opportune time when they were still offering it in 4K. It was like the first 4K movie I ever watched on Netflix. And I watched it like in 4K a week before they stopped showing it at above 1080. And I was like, yes, yes, I got to watch it in 4K. And it looks so good. Like, I was sitting there for half an hour after I finished watching the movie. And I was like, bro, that was so fire. My brain actually couldn't comprehend. It looks so
That
good.
sounds quite whack, you know?
And
Like-
Rahul,
Like to get back to like,
yeah, go.
if you get back to the game, it's also that game was big because it was the first PS4 title to really use ray tracing
Ray tracing. Yeah.
and the different performance modes where you had high performance with
Facts.
low FPS.
That's very true.
What was the other one?
Um,
It was like high performance and then relaxed or something. It was like casual or something.
yeah,
Anyway,
because they wanted
the
like a
other one
more
basically made
cinematic
everything
style and
60
stuff.
FPS.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they made it 60 FPS with ray tracing
Yeah.
because they just lowered the quality but made it better, like
Facts.
more realistic.
Yeah, made it run more,
I mean,
more smoothly.
That's gonna be the more common, like it's gonna be in every game coming up now, which is cool.
Yeah, facts.
Where they're actually concentrating on like scenery
Yeah,
to build that atmosphere instead of like ignoring the atmosphere completely.
true. Facts. Yeah, and you know, I mean, I think that is becoming more and more of a big thing. Like, it's becoming more and more significant as more games come out because more games have that, and so everyone's competing with each other to be better and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
With graphics becoming such a big thing. And I like that. You
Yeah.
know, you can actually choose how you want to play the game. Do you want like a little bit less quality but more frames? Something like that. Do you want a more cinematic style? All of that kind of stuff. And that's very, very nice. So, I mean, Sue, thank you for bringing it up. Definitely, a lot of stuff to talk about with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Sorry,
But I
I
just
keep
like
on
love
saying it.
Spider-Man in general, so like.
True.
I had
And
to choose
Spider-Man
that.
is so good, dude. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. Spider-Man is so awesome just as a character, and the many different renditions they've done of Spider-Man
Yeah.
is very nice. And I know
Of
that's
course,
why
the best
Rahul
superhero.
and Rome's love Spider-Man so much.
Yeah, dude,
but
we're
yep.
so excited just because in the new movie, which is gonna come out, I don't know when.
Yeah,
all
we're
three
waiting.
Spider-Man.
We're waiting for it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Fact.
All three
Yeah.
Spider-Man
All
have
three.
been announced to be in the movie.
Oh,
so
it's be
that's
so
gonna be
sick.
insane.
That's gonna be
Just
so
a
sick.
bang,
They're
dude.
literally
OG
going with
with
the
Wyatt,
Ultron kind of
dude.
If they left out Andrew Garfield, I
Tom
wouldn't mind.
Holland. And so.
Yeah, dude, I know that Julian takes it personally. Like when people do stuff with Andrew Garfield, I know. He's like, dude,
What?
No.
dude.
I don't think he's a bad actor. I just think he was a bad Spider-Man.
Okay,
Really?
that's fair. I mean,
No, dude, he was
you
kind of
must have your
Spider-Man,
reasons.
dude.
You
He had
must have
more
your
like a
reasons.
swag vibe.
I like that
Sick.
about him. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Exactly. That dude, he went like against everything that Spider-Man was.
Yeah, to an
Like,
extent.
yeah, he was smart, but at the same time, Spider-Man's supposed to be like this kid that's like has no friends and is like super nerdy. And in the flippin' Amazing Spider-Man, he's dating this like super attractive girl. He's like got all these mates
Dude, that was
and like
nuts.
But
super
He was
it's
like
not
a
good
new
looking.
take
canon
on
because
him.
in
He
the
was so
comics he
boring.
actually does do that. In that one like series which they did have, he did go out with Gwen Stacy.
Rosie's coming with the
This is
flames.
like going towards, I can't remember what it was, but even the one animated series had it like this, like the movie.
You know, all I'm saying is that I think they should have made him less attractive.
Facts.
That's all I'm
More
saying.
like a nerd.
Okay, we're not gonna have any comments on that because I know we don't be the first guy to go on that. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
think we're gonna get this.
You're reading too
You
deep
can see his
into it.
expression on his face.
I could see
No,
it.
okay, wait,
dude.
listen, right? I thought that I thought Andrew Garfield was the best like Spider-Man, not Peter Parker, but Spider-Man.
Okay.
And then I thought like the Maguire dude was a fine Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Like
true,
Tom
true.
Holland is like in between.
Yeah, he's
like,
in between,
like,
that's fact.
Yeah.
them.
Very true. Very balanced on
Very well
either
balanced,
side of
that's why.
the spectrum. But moving on, I mean, Vino, what would you say your favorite game was of 2020?
I mean, dude, there's no favorite game because I mean, all I do is
FIFA
play
21.
Yeah,
That
you
game
already know.
bleeds. Dude, it's such a bad game, but I can't not play it. It's
Dude, and you suck at it also.
Oh, there comes the snide remark from Raul.
Dude, you can't say that. You haven't played the game. Like you haven't.
Dude, I don't need to play it, dude. I can just listen to like you and like, dude. Oh no, I just got clapped again.
That's what I'm saying. Like it makes you rage.
It
But, like
makes you
when you're
rage.
good at it, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I
Now,
mean,
you know what
you
to
look at
do.
the.
Just grind your account and then sell it.
Yeah, it might be an idea. Julian said you should grind your account and then sell it. But I don't know if Vino's capable of that, because
Make a profit.
Nah, he's not, dude. He's
Dude,
not.
that's not my fault, dude. All you guys ever do is invite me to play games with you.
yeah, that's
I
very
have
true.
time to
That's
play.
very true. That's
I
very
have
true.
time to play.
You know that's another thing, right? I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up afterwards. I'll keep it in mind. But just so I can like not forget, I'm just going to say I'll talk about finding that balance between having enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do and everything that you need to do, as well as maybe grind the game or something that you really want to invest a lot of time in. And that's something that I personally found quite difficult in 2020. But we shall get to that afterwards. After
You're such a
Rahul and-
No, you can't say that.
no, dude. No, you see, this is another thing. It's a very popular misconception amongst people that know me, especially like quite well. People think that like I have everything sorted. Like I'll be like, oh, okay, I need 2 hours to do this. I need 4 hours to do this, and then I'll keep to that.
You do, but you do.
No,
You do.
no, cap.
Okay, maybe not keep
Lies.
to it, but you managed to do like a million things.
Yeah, but you like the only one
And do
that
it well.
organizes their time.
Nah,
Dude, you're the
thank
only
you.
one who
No
has a
one else.
to-do list.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
do have it. Wait, hold on, wait,
That's actually
wait. This is a
OG
shout
Squad
out.
Gaming.
This is a shout out to. If you do end up watching this, Vanessa, I do use it. Here we go. There's a to-do list. Yes. Okay, but yeah, I mean any of the low-key lit people, if you do land up watching this, that thing helped me, gang. And then I turned it into a digital version, and I used to do it with sticky notes on my desktop, and that thing
Yeah, I
worked
remember
very
the
very well.
sticky
Yeah,
But things just got
we all remember.
That thing took up the whole screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was mad, honestly. But moving on, Rahul, what was your favorite game of 2020?
Just skip roll and go straight to Julian.
Yeah, thanks, Julian. What would you
Come
say
back
your
to it.
favorite game was of 2020? Even if I played it, or I didn't, or something, up to you.
a controversial pick, but I would say The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm off.
I just knew it, dude. I just knew it was coming.
That game,
Dude,
yo,
there were people
way
on
they
either
play
side of the
emotions.
fence. Yeah.
Dude, the quality.
Yeah, Neil and I spoke about it when we were doing the topics for
Yeah.
this, and we went into depth about the scrutiny that the developers got.
True.
But,
The scrutiny and all of the.
To sum it up,
Yeah.
I think people concentrated too much on the sequel in the sense of like they wanted a specific thing, and when they didn't get that, they just did not.
yeah,
Like,
They lost
Gave
their
up on the
minds.
game,
They were just like,
and-
no, get off.
yeah.
That's the kind of thing. I think
mean,
that people
like,
had.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to hear anything about the game, just like mute it for a couple seconds. Like when they killed Joel, like the
Yeah.
community lost their minds, and it was like, yeah, but that was the way the story was always gonna go. Like, he was gonna be surpassed as the main character
True.
by Ellie.
That's
But
the
anyway,
thing. I mean,
All I'm saying is that I really love the whole like vibe they created with the graphics and stuff, and like
Yeah.
the whole story they went for.
yeah,
in
I
my mind,
definitely.
is,
I did watch.
worthy of the awards it won.
That's facts. Let's just say that. And I mean, actually, on that note, I mean, the Game Awards were not held that. I mean, they were held not that long ago. I think it was in December. Yeah, it was this month, right?
It wasn't
Yeah.
Like the 10th of
I
December.
think it was just before Christmas.
the first, second week
Yeah,
of
just a
December.
bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be.
But yeah, I mean, the Game Awards. Personally, I watched quite a bit of it, not all of it. I mean, it was quite a
Yeah.
long show,
Same.
and it was virtual and everything. But this year there were lots of live streams. Actually, like there were lots of different places
Yeah.
where you could watch it, and I watched the official one like on IGN, and I really liked it. I really liked the way they did the layout, where like they had a
And
few
all the
awards,
stars they
and
got.
then yeah, exactly, and then the breaks and all of the people that they got to talk about different games and everything gaming this year basically. And I mean myself,
Yeah.
Julian, and I believe Rome's were all involved in seeing those events transpire.
To some extent.
Yeah, to some extent at least. But yeah, I mean
Well,
so
The
Julian,
Last
you
of
were
Us
talking
Part 2
about
spooked everybody.
yeah, true. Yeah, I was gonna say you did speak about The
It
Last
won
of
like
Us
7
2.
awards or something.
It won 7 awards. That is very true. I actually did go and fact check that. I thought it was 8, but when I looked on Wikipedia, I realized that the 8th one was like the Game Awards, but like 3 years ago, and it just stacked it together.
And then I think Among Us won Best Mobile Game.
Yeah, it did. It
Yeah,
won Best
it did.
Mobile Game, and I mean with good reason. With good reason, definitely.
Yeah.
Also,
that was one of the biggest games of 2020.
facts, dude.
But
I
at the
mean,
same time, the game was released in 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
We're actually releasing a game in like this year, for example, and you release it and like nobody plays it, so you're like a bit disheartened.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, you win an award for best mobile game
Yeah.
or
You
best
bet.
game of the year.
And you'd be like, dude, you guys were roasting
When
my
you
game,
just
dude.
given up on the
Watch
thing
that
and then you win
comeback,
an
dude.
award.
Get
Yeah,
clapped.
also dude, the blow up was huge. I don't know if you guys have seen like the graph of like its player base from like,
Yeah.
the year it was
Dude,
released.
There's still streamers who play only Among Us
Yeah.
every day still.
That's so true. I mean, like you look at
Valkyrie still does
Valkyrie,
Among
yeah,
Us.
Valkyrie, Pokemon, celebrities now
Yeah.
even, dude. There's so many celebrities playing. I saw that, I believe later on today, because I checked like there was a featured tweet or something from Pokemon, and she spoke about having a massive Among Us lobby with Addison Ray. Imagine. Imagine
Dude, they
Addison
got
Ray
some,
coming
like,
to play that.
Parliament figure that was running for some type of
Yes, AOC.
position in
I saw
government.
AOC.
that,
AOC.
I forgot about that.
AOC. Yeah, I can never remember her full
AOC,
name because they
AOC,
always
yeah,
just
yeah.
shorten it, and they never mention her full name. But I just remember AOC, and yeah, I mean that was massive. They had makeup gurus, they had singers, songwriters, movie makers,
Yeah.
so many different people,
Logic.
and yeah, they had Logic, yeah, as
They
well.
had Corpse Bride.
They had
But,
Cor-
I mean,
oh yes,
Logic is a
Rose.
streamer now. Like he's no longer a
Yeah,
musician.
yeah, I
Yeah,
actually
true.
realized that now. He started streaming.
Who's
I
this?
did not know that.
Yeah, he
He
gave it
signed
up.
a
Dude.
huge
He
deal
signed a
with
massive
Twitch, and
Twitch
he gave up
contract.
Music,
Yeah,
like,
Who are we talking about?
now.
Logic.
Logic.
Yeah, he gave up music so he could be a dad, like concentrate on being a dad.
True.
So now in his free
What
time,
a
he's streaming.
G.
Now, I mean, it's an honorable decision. It's something I can definitely respect.
Can't
And
imagine having like a pet for that type of life. Can't imagine it's quite an easy life to live.
yeah, true. Because
Like if you're touring and stuff, you're like away from your kid for like months.
facts, and I mean, yeah, at an early stage like that, when you have like the developmental stages going on, you can't do that.
You want to see all the stuff that like comes with being a parent, like the
Very
first
true.
steps or the first words or whatever.
Yeah.
Facts. Imagine, and then like the first words will be like, "I want to be like my dad. I want to make music." Imagine, dude. No, that would be so sick. Like, imagine, I think I just thought about it now, and I just thought, one day, imagine if all of us, if and when all of us become parents, like, imagine our children being like, "Yo, I want to be like my dad," or "I want to be like my parents," or whatever. That's a very big thing, and I think,
Dude, imagine someone's like, I want to be like Chanel.
oh no.
I was gonna say something like
I
that.
knew so. No,
Dude, like,
I was just gonna
you would wanna
say,
be like you.
please censor yourself, and then you did it, and I was like, oh no.
Okay, dude,
Well, I thought
it
he was
can be
gonna.
edited out.
Yeah.
Can be
True.
This isn't being edited out.
Oh no. And the thing is, Shenz63 Gamers, all of you watching, if this does land up getting in, the thing is that I'm at Julian's was here because he's editing this. But then again, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the content, anything goes. But, honestly, we were talking about the Game Awards, and Rose, I don't know what you saw, but what do you think was the best part of the Game Awards? I know that for Julian, it was definitely seeing
Troy.
Troy Baker and Nolan North. Big time.
My two.
So I didn't watch really much of it, but like I did enjoy just watching the general games and like all the awards they've been collecting. Fall Guys, I was surprised actually got some awards.
Yeah, true.
What else was there?
Fall Guys.
That game
Fall
was
Guys.
so good when it was first released.
Yeah, facts.
Exactly.
When
We tried it. We tried it the other day, and then we were like, "Nah, dude, this thing is whack."
Yeah,
People got too good at the
it has
game.
the curse of like when there's too many sweats.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Like,
Dude,
Yeah.
it is
Like-
filled with sweats. It's like, you kid?
I mean, Siege goes through it every season because, like, when the new season starts, they like release whatever the new map, or whatever,
Yeah.
and all the
All
new
the new
players and
players.
the old players come back,
Hey.
and then after like 2 weeks, everybody leaves, and it's only
Just
the
the sweats
sweats
left behind. Facts. Dude, same thing is
You
happening
see all
with
those
Apex.
diamond ratings and stuff. Just they're
Exactly.
the only ones online.
Exactly. And it sucks.
But that's how you get better, bro. You
Exactly.
Play the hard opponent.
Definitely. I was going to say that. Another thing, just transitioning. I think earlier on in the year, personally, I mean, okay, Vino does fit into this, but talking about Apex Legends, right? So we're talking about Apex Legends here, and we're talking about how this man right here was grinding for 3 months in order to get to platinum. And I did it.
Oh yeah.
I did it, and I did
then
it
you never played
alongside.
it again.
Yeah, I never played it again. We started playing now recently though, because back then I didn't have like consistent teammates, like people I could play with all the time, and the game was like I was really enjoying it. I'm not going to say it's not fun now. In fact, now the new map and like the new dynamics and stuff,
Well,
they're very nice.
I mean, I would play with you like all the time, but do you remember that lag we got when me, you, and Mo played?
Oh no,
That
yes,
was
another thing. We tried the cross
That was
platform,
so bad.
and it was so bad. Oh my goodness, like the server was just breaking. It was gone. It was like,
Dude, also it's
Yo.
impossible to play with Chanel because of how sweaty he is. He's such a high
Yeah,
level.
it's very true.
You just can't get
Yeah.
games.
Dude, what
Like,
was
you just
that,
don't
dude?
get
Like, there were
games.
8
Because
people in the
you'll join
queue
a
for
game
like
and
an
they'll just
hour.
be like, I'm playing.
I don't know, yeah, like, Julian, I don't know if you know or Chanel's told you, whenever we play with him, like, he'd be like, okay, let's do ranked. He'd be like, okay, dude, there's 3 players in queue.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
us.
there's no one.
That's just us.
No, he did that too when we played cross-platform. He was like,
Yeah.
"No, we're queuing ranked." I'm like, "There's 4 people or like 3 people in the
Yeah,
queue.
yeah.
Why are
There
we
was
queuing
no one,
ranked?"
and the thing is that
nah,
there
because
it was
casuals
so
were-
bad.
So,
You know, the thing is that there's sweats in casuals now even because there's no SPMM. So the thing is that you get like level 500s, and they'll like it will just so happen. It will just so
Yeah.
happen out of the blue that we will be the first people to get clapped by those level 500s.
Yeah, but also, dude, there's like one key point you're missing is that you can get a game in PUBG.
Dude, yeah, you get
Yeah.
to play the
Okay,
game.
okay,
When
okay.
you go to
It is
rank,
that
you just
different.
sit
It
there
is that
watching the
different.
queue. Not
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
no,
hopped
no,
on-
that's
for like
facts.
2
That's
minutes
facts,
waiting
right?
For people to join.
That's very
we
true.
hopped on Apex at like 8 o'clock when we played
Yeah, the game at
cross-platform,
9.
and there was nothing.
But I think that's
At
because
peak
it was
gaming
cross-platform.
time,
I think
no
it was
one
cross-platform in its very
No, no, I
early
think so, yeah.
stages. But I mean,
But
besides
still,
that,
like,
but yeah, I mean, getting back to the topic at hand, we were talking about Apex Legends. I said I got to platinum alongside Mo. Shout out to Mo if you're watching this, or like if and when you watch this, because I know my boy Mo is always there. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
here in spirit.
But yeah, that's actually facts. He's here in spirit. And yeah, you know, shout out to Mo. He like, you know, we hopped on, we grinded, we became really, really good at Apex Legends. We got to platinum. That was our goal. And yeah, I mean, Vino fitted in there as well. Also, Dylan, you know, the young tank. Shout out to Dylan as well. And yeah, I mean, it was a really, really fun time. And also along the way, I really developed a very strong passion for competitive gaming. Now, everyone here is going to say, yes, Shenz, that's why you are such a sweat.
Dude, that was the first thing I went through.
Facts,
Sweat.
dude.
There you go. There you go.
Guys, I'm pushing. Come with me, coming, I'm pushing.
Yeah.
Dude,
we're
not
like
even.
100
He
meters
just
behind
doesn't
him.
Dude,
tell
he's
you
on me,
anymore.
he's on
He
me.
just goes.
No,
He's
like,
just like, oh, guys.
yeah, oh, guys are dying, they're
Oh,
sweat.
guys, I'm down. I'm down.
Oh, there's something
Yeah.
shiny.
Come on.
Oh no! Oh no! That is
Yeah,
from Streamy
He
Sunday.
is also. the
I'm a loot muncher, that's
He's
facts.
loot
I'm a
The
loot
loot
muncher. I mean, to be fair, I am a young loot muncher. I'm that really small guy that just
Not
runs
something
around
to be
there.
proud of.
Yeah, I know, definitely not. But you know, meme yourself
Sounds like you're pretty
for
proud
the
of it.
content. Meme yourself for the content. That's what I'm saying. But honestly, like Apex Legends are a really
YouTube
good
in a
time.
nutshell.
Facts. That's very true. Meme yourself, meme whatever for the content, obviously within safe boundaries. But I would like to say, you know, competitive gaming, it's never something that I saw myself doing, right? Now, of course it's not for everyone. And I've been on the good side of it and the bad side of it. The bad side we shall not talk about because it was very, very short lived. And those issues were sorted out very, very quickly. No, no. Like it was a decision that I made. I was like, nah, you know what? Before this thing turns sour, we are done. We're not doing this thing. And on that note, you know, I'll touch on the bad side of it a little bit now. And let me just say, it was in relation to Rogue Company. Now, Rogue Company, we obviously know it's a very new game. I was on that grind. I used to be online. I used to be playing Rogue Company for 3 or 4 hours every single night for about 2 months.
We got good.
Yeah, I became insane. I'm not flexing. I'm not flexing. But we had a really good time, and I played alongside my MTG teammates. Here we go. We have the shirt. And
Yes, dude, say it with chest.
Yeah.
Say it with chest.
yeah, let's go.
Dude, you just smacked your pick.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Because now I actually have picks. That's another thing we shall talk about, Jim. But just so that we don't go too far off track, shout out to Shoni, shout out to Marcus, and shout out to Clay. Thank you guys for being on that grind with me. We really did some really great stuff. And we were thinking of going pro in Rogue. I definitely think we had the stuff to do it, but the time commitment and everything was way too great. So we decided to do it just for content. There'll be a lot of content coming. As you guys would have seen, I've been streaming a lot of Rogue. I've really been enjoying the game. And competitive Rogue is actually really fun. It's not distressing. It's not irritating like other games. because it's purely a strategy game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, true. No, I won't like.
I remember sitting in. I remember
Yeah.
playing lobbies with you, Brew.
Yeah, no. That is when I didn't fully understand the game, and I think that's a common mistake that lots of people make. Like, you won't understand what the game's all about and that kind of thing, and then you get triggered with it and that kind of thing, and that still does happen to me, because every game's different. But yeah, I mean, competitive gaming is a very fun thing, and to all of you watching out there, if you do ever want to get into competitive gaming, I would say go for it. If you believe that you have the skills to do it, definitely go for it.
Don't
but
think
make
it's
sure.
easy.
Yeah, it's
Don't
not
think
easy.
it's easy.
It is not easy. It will never,
Yeah.
ever,
You
ever
just gotta
be
have
easy.
patience.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
also, it's
It'll take
time
like 8 hours of
consuming.
your day every day.
Yeah.
As I
to
said,
grind those games.
as I used to say
But it's
to
fun.
Chanel, enjoy the stupidity.
Yeah, that's facts. Enjoy the stupidity, and I think that's
Because I
one thing
remember-
that we got right.
You know, we get so mad when we would play, and then like a teammate would do something dumb
Yeah.
or like team kill on purpose thing, and Chanel would go mad, like he
No.
would lose his
No.
mind. I was just
Still
like,
does
bro,
that.
you just gotta
No,
appreciate the
that's true.
stupidity.
That's true, right? But that's why I would say, okay, if you're gonna do competitive gaming, obviously you're gonna have teammates around you that you know, and like they know what they're doing and all that kind of thing. So that problem should sort itself out. But in the case where you're playing with randoms or whatever, literally play your game and just do the best that you can, I would say. And yeah, that's something I also learned. I think all of us have actually applied that this past year. I think all of us have really applied ourselves very well in our personal capacities, and I think that's what's allowed us to achieve so many things in such a taxing year. So yeah, moving on from competitive gaming, I mean, I'd like to talk about this shirt right here. This one right here. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to hold it. Hopefully the folds don't come out, but there we go. There we go. It's the Neuro Fitness shirt.
Oh, the Neuro partnership.
There we go.
The
Neuro
first
partnership.
sponsor, or not sponsor,
Yes, dude.
the first endorser in Africa.
First,
That's facts. So, being the first brand ambassador for Neuro Fitness in Africa,
And that's it.
it's mad. It's mad. I'm not gonna lie. To this day, it's very, very surreal. You know, because I think out of everyone here, right? Out of everyone here, we might say that Shenz is the least fit for it because he's a stick. But all I'm going to say is that give it some time. Give it some time. Shenz will become this man and this man. All I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say.
Dude, the 300 kg leg press.
Dude, we were talking about that today. We were
Yeah,
just
dude,
talking about that
Fatima and I were
today.
talking about it earlier today. We were just like, how does a dude load on all those plates? Like,
Dude, like
you put it on top of
300
the machine. Like,
kgs,
there's
bro.
no
What?
to put it on.
So okay, so Shenz63 Gamers, everyone watching the podcast, right? This is a very interesting fact about me, right? So I don't know what it is about my legs, right? There's something very, very weird. Okay, now my legs are actually so insane. I don't think I'll ever comprehend quite how. But let's just say that
it's from all that running.
yeah, I actually think that's a very big part of it. And I actually did a lot of
Getting chased.
cycling. Getting chased by who?
I don't know.
Dude,
You're
maybe
the one who
you're-
gets pissed.
No.
9-year-olds.
Getting chased by who? We shall say it's the Sumps, but we know that the Sumps aren't that bad. But nonetheless, I will say that, you know, over time, I think now is a very opportune time to talk about gym and how everyone has put in time, you know, putting time into their personal fitness this year. And let's just say over time, I did the whole thing, you know, focused on that progressive overload, the good stuff. And
Yep,
we
yep.
got there. We are on that 300 kilogram leg press. Now, it seems very insane. I don't know how to quite explain it, but if I can say one thing, it's literally just being consistent. Keep on being consistent. Even if you're not making major strides, literally just make progress. And that progress is what will drive you to carry on doing it. And I know that Suv, right here, you know, the man's, he started that Instagram page that is popping. Absolute tank.
Dang.
You know, we're gonna put that in the description. You know what I'm saying?
I went for the plug.
Yeah.
Go and hit up that follow. you will see some insane things that will help you to become as large as this man. Trust me, it's possible.
What the
And this man,
No, we're getting it. We're getting there.
we're getting
Give
there.
us a flex.
Give us a flex. Sue.
No, dude.
Yes! Okay, buddy.
Dang.
Okay, dude. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sorry, sir. Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I would have responded to the sit down that you just told me, but I am already sitting down. So, but yeah,
Oh,
honestly, I
Yeah.
think that personal fitness is an integral part of everyone's life. I mean, like your body, your
Mentally and physically.
effects. Yeah, that's it. That's another thing that I was going to get to, and I think that the two definitely do go hand in hand. Mental health, physical health, incredibly, incredibly important because you only get one unit of those things. You get one brain or one mind, and you get one body, and that's what you have to take care of. You literally have to. Every single moment of every single day, you are using your body in some form or way. And I mean, right now I'd like to ask everyone what they have done, and I'd like to ask them to provide some insight into what they've done this year. Just to better themselves physically and mentally. Whoever wants to go first, you guys are welcome to go.
I drink water.
Yes.
Same.
Nice.
Same, same, yo, same.
I went outside.
Well, I mean,
Dude,
okay.
You know what?
Dude,
I
I
go
did
stand
do
in
the
the sun
K's
for at
burpee
least 2
challenge.
minutes a day.
Dude, I was thinking.
No.
I was thinking of that.
Yeah.
I was gonna send
Yeah,
that
yeah.
video
Yeah.
to Julian so he could put it in, edit it
Hey.
over the podcast, and then just see this guy
Dude,
lie
yeah,
on the
I'm too
floor.
sure.
Dude, I think he does like one
Okay.
and then he's like out for
It's
the
like,
whole video.
pow!
It's like,
And then when
Dude,
they did
I
the
provided
compilation,
comic
he's the only
relief
guy
for
chilling
the
there.
whole of Robinson House.
That's
yeah, big
fact.
facts, dude, big facts. Dude, the way that video was like the biggest frame in
Yeah.
the competition. It's like,
Yeah.
It was super wide and super big. Oh my. But yeah, I
Wait,
mean.
what were we talking about?
Oh, so Julian, I'll send you the clip, right? But basically, like, everyone at Cares, right, in Matric, they were tasked with doing this thing. No, well, it wasn't in Matric, it was everyone, actually, wasn't it?
Nah,
It was
the
the whole
whole
school.
school, dude.
Oh, yeah, so it was a whole school. They were all tasked with doing, like, some sort of, like, fitness exercises or
challenge.
whatever. Yeah, fitness challenges, right? And one of the things was, was it push-ups or was it burpees?
it was burpees.
Yeah,
Burpees.
so it was burpees, and then my boy Vino here, this guy down below, he goes there, he does like 2 or 3, and then, pa, on the floor. Gone. And he doesn't even get up, dude. He didn't even get up. He didn't even bother. He was just like, lit. The floor is my home now. I am staying here.
Dude, I ate so much grass that I kid you.
Yeah.
So that's great. Dude, that's
That was
my
ridiculous.
job. Dude, that's mine role. Well, that's a 3 of our job. It's like myself, Rogan, and Rahul. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not the meat eaters,
Dude.
but like, yeah, no, that's a young joke there. But I mean, so what would you say if I had to isolate you? Like just something, even one thing that you did, like in all
Play
honesty.
FIFA, exercise the thumbs.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, bro,
true,
you
like,
did 3
yeah.
burpees this year.
Yeah, dude, I did 3
That's
burpees.
all he needed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
That's pretty
well,
much it. I
How
started
about you,
playing
Drew?
football in the garden more.
okay.
So, I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
No, but that's good. I mean, you made use of what you had, and that's a good thing. Still
Get that
commendable.
vitamin D.
That's facts.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, Julian, I mean, what would you say you did to enhance your mental and physical health this year?
I drank water. That's about it
Yeah.
for the physical.
Yeah, sorry, Julian, you just said that you did stuff that made you happy, and that's a very, very big thing. I mean, honestly, this year, more than ever before, that is incredibly, incredibly important. Being lonely, being separated, being deprived of social interactions is something that I think all of us were affected by. Actually, probably everyone watching this podcast right now. And I really hope that we were able to help you in at least some small way, just to feel less lonely or to have something to fill your time with. And, make something that made you guys happy. Because that's the whole point of why we're doing this. I mean, beyond content, beyond, I don't know, reach and influence and all that kind of stuff. Truly, this community is something that it's like, okay, this might be a weird reference, but it's like my baby. It's like something you take care of and you grow it over time. And it's amazing to see when it flourishes, and that is a very big thing. Like, this community is what makes this entire brand. Without you guys, there would be no brand. It would not exist. So truly, I mean, staying happy is something that we are committed to doing, and you shall see.
No space for that negativity.
Yes, facts. It's only positive vibes here. You know what I'm saying? Even when we do get negative, we're just like, wait. Get out! The door's over there.
But it's okay to not be okay.
That is facts. And yeah, no, Sue, that's a very, very solid line. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was kind of deep, dude. That was kind of deep, but I liked it. That was very, very solid. Yeah, and true. I mean, Rahul, what would you say you did? I know you had a lot of early nights. I mean, early nights or early mornings?
Yo,
I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah?
Sleeping is like the best thing.
Yeah, dude,
Facts.
you know,
Like, you feel
like
fresh.
for this year, like, I mean, until lockdown, like, I mean, I've probably been on the court like every day, and then like when those couple of months came, it was very tough. But I mean, you did the most at home, you know, those nights when I was chatting with you guys on what is it?
House party.
House
House
party.
party. Oh, that I think I was big.
Yeah, outside, dude, you know, just lifting some weights, dude, do some pull-ups.
Dude, like,
push-ups,
we'll call this
push-ups.
guy, we'll be like, dude, what are you doing, dude? Why is the camera facing the roof? We're like, dude, I'm just doing push-ups, boy. No, that's actual. Yeah.
At the end now, like closing, you know, to the end of the year. I mean, Sue and I started gymming like properly. It's like I know we've been wanting to do that. Like you pitched it to me at the middle of the year, and I was like, yeah, dude,
Young
you just
Tex.
never got down to it. But I mean, you finally did, so it's good.
Nice. Nah, and I'm proud of you guys for doing that, honestly. You know, any of you guys or girls watching this podcast, if you put in time to improve yourself in any way, I am incredibly proud of you. Even if you just attempted, even if you didn't do it, even if you just attempted, that is massive. And I recommend that you give yourself a pat on the back for that, because that is very big, honestly. That is very, very important.
Or if you're just happy with the way you are
Facts.
and you feel like you don't need to improve yourself, then that's also amazing.
True. That's definitely very, very true. And I think being happy with yourself is a very big part of being alive. You know, that was quite... what's the word? I don't know. Quite deep. I was gonna say. No. You know, there's another word. There's a very big word, and I was trying to be formal, but then I was like, okay, stuff it. Whatever. but Rose, what would you say you did? I know that you really stuck in, or you got really stuck into your art, and you made some incredible things this year. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dude, those
Dude,
artworks.
Bro.
It's too clean.
Just like, dude, I'm gonna tell you now, meditation was key.
Okay.
Oh, really?
That really helped.
Jutta, Era.
Yeah.
Meditation
I didn't
was just
even
the
know.
best thing.
Yeah, same. Dude,
Dude,
do you
every
like
day, just
listen
like
to me
every
when
day,
you-
30 minutes. Yeah.
30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yikes.
30 minutes straight.
That's
Just
mad.
clear your mind.
Nah, that's
Best
facts.
feeling
That
ever.
is very, very good. You know, I've been
Just let go.
Quiet time.
It's like the most
I've
relaxing
been
way to
getting
feel.
told this. So many people are like, dude, shit, you should meditate. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'll make sure to do it. And it's something that I never came around to doing. I promise
Yeah,
you.
same.
Dude,
And-
it's too hard.
Same.
Like,
It's
at least for
tough.
me, it's
I won't
hard.
lie. It is something that's very difficult. And I know for those of you out there that may be wanting to get into it, it is very, very difficult to like start. Because the thing is that you think, how do I do this thing? But I just sit there. What must I do?
Yeah.
And that is the point. Just sit there. Don't do anything.
Sit
Sit
there.
The whole
there.
point is not
Yeah,
to,
bro. Quiet
even if
the
you
mind.
don't do the
Dude, I know
stereotypical,
sleeping
the
is like meditating. Dude, just sleep. It's the same thing. But
No,
Yeah,
in a way, in a
but
way.
Then again, like when you're meditating, you're fully conscious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
No
a
one-
different level of
nah,
consciousness.
dude, they say, dude, you're conscious when you start, and then they're like, shut your mind down so you're not conscious.
Yeah, no, but the
Just
thing
like
is
that.
that
No.
you're
Well,
not
the whole
sleeping.
Still
idea,
aware,
what-
you just
Yeah.
have like you're at like a different state of mind.
Yeah.
When you're sleeping,
Dude, it's sleeping
right,
while you're
you're a
setting
brick.
up. That's legit what
That's
it is.
you. You're a brick.
Dude, Rahul,
Well, the whole point
you're
of
a
it,
brick.
like,
Oh
a
my.
certain amount of time. Well, the whole point of it is like to take a certain amount of time to do nothing, to not
Yeah.
worry about anything, to not think about the future, to think about the past, just like
Be in the
think of-
moment.
in the moment,
Yeah.
and like just be completely relaxed.
Facts. And yeah,
That's
I
what the whole
mean,
point
I
of it
think
is.
personally, okay, not a lot of people know this, but I think personally, that's something that I've always been in limbo with. Like, my mind's always in limbo. It's very, very strange. Like, it's neither here nor there, but when I need to focus on something, it's always there. But it's a very, very important thing to quiet the mind, relax, and be able to find that place or that state of relaxation in your daily life. Because, lots of stressful moments and that kind of thing, and it really does help you, beyond like not making mistakes and stuff because you're like too highly stressed or strung or whatever. And yeah, actually, meditation is a very big thing. But
Even if you like
Yeah.
take a couple hours, or not hours, if you literally sit there and just listen to music and just vibe with your own music, like
okay,
that's the
Rahul,
same thing.
Yeah.
Rahul,
It's just taking your mind off
this guy, this guy,
multiple ways to
this guy, and this guy, and this guy.
like switching your phone off. Even just switch your phone off and avoid social media for
Facts.
half an hour a day.
Facts. Yeah, very true. And I mean, I think, yeah, that's actually a very, very strong point that you made there, Julian. And I think this year, with MTG, with all of the growth that we've had on this channel, I mean, social media has been very big for me. Of course, been very busy on Instagram. We've started up the MTG TikTok. I've been managing all of that kind of stuff. I'm happy to do it. And
Link in the bio.
so, link in the bio. Link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's something new that I took on. It's obviously something that I didn't have on my plate at the start of the year or like halfway through the year. It was only in the second half of 2020 that really happened. And it was a really successful, like second half of 2020 with all the new things that we started doing on the channel. It's been mad. I cannot thank you guys enough, and I'm still blown away. Like every single time I think about it, it's beyond anything that I ever imagined. But the thing is that it does take up a lot of your time, and
Yeah.
they always say like time is something you can't get back. Like what you do with the 24 hours in a day is completely up to you. Okay, sometimes it isn't, right? Okay, realistically, because like there are certain things that you have to devote time to, but that time that you have, like free time, that you can choose what to do with. And sometimes just turning off your phone, sitting in a quiet area, even maybe not a quiet area, maybe if there's like ambient sound, whatever, like just outside. That's something I started doing recently, just sitting, maybe having some chilled music, vibing. Very, very good for the mind and for the body. You just feel much, much more relaxed. And yeah, I think in summary, we spoke about all the mental and physical health, the things that we did, let's say, to improve that. And I think in summary, we've done a lot of things where it's just going back to the basics. It's about clearing your mind. It's about being in a very neutral state where you are ready to take on anything, but you're in that position where you don't have to fight with yourself in order to do it. It's just like you tell your mind and your body, it's sort of like it links together and it says, okay, look, I need to do this now. And that's what we did, like that's, yeah. And I don't think we've found the perfect balance yet, but the fact that we have all put in work is something I'm very proud of. All of you watching as well. I mean, I'm extremely proud of all of you. And with a little bit of a segue into the next topic, Julian, would you like to take us through that?
Yeah, we did playthroughs for the first time on the channel this
That's
year as
very
well.
true. We did
The
playthroughs.
Last of Us, and we did Detroit Become Human,
Oh, love
which
it.
I mean, you put a couple streams into Detroit, and you've been telling me how much you love that game. Just
Dude,
because
that was like,
Dude.
dude, that one was so sick.
It
Dude.
banged.
Like,
It banged.
the episodes, dude.
Oh,
We were gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think
the
playthrough was
longest
very
streams that
nice.
people could like get into it a bit,
Yeah, true.
like feel like they were playing the game with you.
Yeah,
Obviously, with all the
that's very
choices and
nice.
stuff, it gives you that replayability, and then also like sense that you're controlling the game.
Facts.
You're not just playing what the director wanted you to.
Yeah, and that's something
And
that I
then,
praise.
Obviously,
as well.
we had the first video series, which was The Last of Us.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I still think that's one of my favorite
Yes.
series of videos on the
Facts.
channel.
Dude,
Facts.
reaction.
And I'm still a bit biased because
I remember
I
sitting waiting for it to be uploaded.
Yo, fact.
Yeah.
Dude, he would always tell me, he's like, dude, when's the next episode going up? I'm like, dude, it's tomorrow. Just wait a few hours. Oh, wait. And it's like, yeah, dude, I'll wait,
Yeah,
watch
I remember
later.
us being at school and like Sue and Rome's always were like, dude, did you guys watch the last episode? And just talk
Yeah.
about it in the morning. That's all they talk about.
Yes.
It was so good. It was so good.
No, but I'm glad.
I mean, that's
I'm
just
glad
the-
that you guys liked it. That's a big
It was
thing.
nice
That's
seeing
probably
someone else.
chose that game is because we wanted to start the like idea of playthroughs off with like one of the biggest games in the world, which
Yeah,
was The
fair.
Last of Us, and we were like,
And I had
Shields
so
never
much
played
fun, dude.
The
I had
Last
so
of
much
Us.
fun.
He
Yeah.
he didn't know anything about it.
Mm.
Like the only reason he got it was because it was free on PS Plus.
Facts.
And
Facts.
then I was like, hey, let's make a series out of this, and he was like, okay. And then obviously
exactly.
that was-
Dude, he literally went exactly like that. He's like, dude, why don't you just make a playthrough? Oh, we lit.
yeah, didn't need any convincing.
Yeah, no, true.
Then obviously it was a bit of a test run for Chanel and I when it came to like deciding how to do it.
Yeah.
Like we started off doing hour-long episodes, and then we picked up quite quickly that that wasn't the best way to do it.
Yeah, we
Like
did
they were a
shorter
bit long
episodes.
for some people.
Mm.
So then obviously you could see later on we started cutting them down. And then even later on in the last couple episodes, we started making them a bit more like funny
Yeah, true.
instead of trying to concentrate more on
In
like,
that one thumbnail.
Oh, that thumbnail banged. Oh my goodness, dude. The one where I just edited my face
I'll
onto
show it on the
no.
screen now.
Yes, yes.
That's the one that made you
Yeah, I
look like
wouldn't
the
be
chick.
surprised if that's a sticker on someone's phone. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a sticker.
I'm sure it is.
We already
Dude, maybe
know.
it's a sticker
We
on one of
already
our
know.
phones.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
just
know,
gonna
I'm
say,
pretty
we
sure I
already
still
know
have
you
it.
guys have it. So like,
The problem with that thumbnail is that it was perfection.
yeah,
And every thumbnail after that was gonna be not as good.
yeah, facts. That's. The
I remember
thing.
Chanel messaged me like the day he was gonna upload and was like, "Hey, what do you think?" And I was like, "This is the best thumbnail I've ever seen from any YouTuber I've ever watched." And I was like, "That's our thumbnail." And then we tried to.
We're trying to recreate
recreate
it.
it,
Nah. It
Nah.
died. It died. And the fact that that video, like that specific episode, got so many more views just because of the thumbnail, dude. Oh, I was like, dude, you actually smacked this thing out of the park. It's gone. This was the beefiest thumbnail you ever made. It's had so much fire. Oh my god.
Gave you a bit of room to work on those Photoshop skills.
True. You know what I'm saying, or should I say those
Yeah.
those non-Photoshop
Word
skills?
skills,
Yeah, those
right?
word skills. You know what I'm saying?
The word, dude.
Also, okay, should I flex?
Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've
Let-
sexy.
That's why you made the channel. To flex.
Okay, no. To anyone new that is watching this, right? I'm not about flexing that kind of thing. I really am not. But the fact that so many people ask me this question and like I haven't answered it publicly, I think it's a very important time for me to do it right now. Lots of people are like, dude, what do you use for your thumbnails, dude? Just use Photoshop, dude. Can you give me a cracked version? I'm like, nah. No, relax.
It's a derby, yeah.
Relax, dude. You know, yeah, it's Adobe, yeah. So I was like, no. Firstly, I don't have Photoshop. I will not give you a cracked version, even if I had it, because that's illegal, right? Then, lastly, I'm going to answer your question. I don't use Photoshop, but I use Microsoft Word. There you go. And now you know.
You
And
use
then-
Word.
I use Word, you know? I feel Julian still doesn't
Dude,
know.
why don't you use what's that other one?
GIMP.
for him? Dude, that's so
No,
much better.
GIMP blows.
This man uses Word.
Dude, watch Clay. Dude, watch Clay. Clay, when you watch this, I know you're gonna be so triggered. You're probably gonna type away in the comments and be like, dude, GIMP is the stuff. GIMP is the stuff.
Dude, use GIMP, dude. He's not wrong.
GIMP. I'm
There's
sorry.
also another app that's
Yeah.
called, or website that's called, I think it's called Canvas.
Yeah, Canvas. Yeah.
It's also really
Oh no,
good.
Canva.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did think about using Canva, but then I was like, nah, dude, you know my
I
word
didn't
skills are
find
too
Canva
fine.
that great.
I didn't find it great either, so I was like, fine. But moving on, I think let's talk about Warzone. COD
Did
Wars.
you have fun with that, dude? I never got into
Yeah, I
it.
know,
Yeah,
true.
I
Okay.
mean,
I
So,
gave
no,
up.
no, 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 Robes,
Yeah.
Robes. Okay, it's not that I didn't allow you to play it. I'm saying play it, but you will get beamed by hackers. Literally by hackers. That game
All
is
I'm gonna say
infested.
is that me and Chanel playing duo, like, what was it, trips?
Yeah, traps.
Me and because Lindays used to play with us,
Yeah.
and we would have a full squad, and
Shout
then he
out,
would
Chris.
hop off, and then me and Chanel would play duo, obviously duo squads, but
Yeah.
in trips. And
Yeah.
I don't know why, but every time we did that, we were insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we would wipe teams. We never won, but we
Yeah,
would
we
always
never
like wipe teams like easily,
Facts.
and then we would just die to like bad luck.
Yeah,
But like
it was
we were
tricky
we were
stuff.
cracked for a bit, but
We were
then as
actually
soon
cracked
as
for a
people
bit,
like
yeah.
started getting good at the game,
Very true.
then it got a bit harder to show off.
Facts. Yeah, no, true. And I mean, the one win that we did get, we did make a video on that, and that win was insane. I mean, all we did that game was rotate. Rotate into zone, guys. Rotate into zone. Okay, guys, the zone is coming. Move. Bruh. Dude, all we did was that, and then people just beaming you from everything. Like, oh, look, people are coming in from the storm. Beam them. Beam them. Like, bruh, why? We're just trying to get into zone. Relax. And somehow, we sniped so many people. People got absolutely destroyed by the snipers. It was mad. I remember we did we took the dumbest risks. Like I took a risk running so deep into zone just to go and get a sniper, and that sniper won us the game. It was mad. And
You know,
Warzone
you
was
know what
so
else
fun.
has been a bit of a war zone this year?
Yeah.
Just 2020 in general. Like
Facts. Facts.
the amount of stuff that has gone wrong this year
Oh
is
my goodness.
like unbelievable. Like who remembers World War Three?
Yeah, World War
Like
III.
the idea of World War Three.
That was an actual thing.
Genuine.
Australian
Yeah.
wildfires.
Yeah,
It
Australian
feels like
wildfires.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it feels like so long ago.
It's like
and it was just
Murder
one-
Hornets,
There's an entire
Australia's on
list. Murder
fire.
Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was like the fireworks factory explosion,
Yeah.
and not so long ago there was the car bomb in America.
Yeah, it was in the
Oh, I
States.
don't know
Right?
where- was it?
Was it the
Houston?
States or was it? I'm
No, it
not
wasn't
sure.
the States. I don't know where.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, there was the car bomb and like obviously COVID and
Hey.
all this stuff. It's just like I think we
Facts.
all deserve a pound on the back for making it through.
Very true, very true. I shall
Definitely.
do it. I shall do it. Continuing, I'd like to talk about the multitude of different games we've played this year. Okay, now, so we spoke about Warzone, right? What about Fall Guys? We played Fall Guys. We played Among Us. We played Hyperscape. I played Valorant. I played Rogue Company. There were so many different games that we played this year. And it brought in so many...
And Bot Night.
Yeah, and Bot Night. Bot Night, you know.
Dude, that's an old game. I
Yeah.
think that's an old
Yeah,
game.
Streamy Sunday though. Streamy
still
Sunday.
played it
That
this
was
year,
fun.
though.
Yeah, no, true. And we're playing it now. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? But I think with all the different games we played, we brought in so many new audiences and we had so much fun. Honestly, like I will say that this year was a year of phases with games. Like certain games were just popular and then they weren't popular anymore, and then we moved on to the next one. And the
Hyperscape.
next Hyperscape. And Hyperscape was a game I
Dude,
genuinely enjoyed.
Hyperscape died quick. Man.
Yeah, it
Dude.
died so
Yeah, but
quickly.
did Hyperscape ever take off? Like,
Yeah,
that's
no, it
how
didn't,
died,
no,
but I don't think it
no,
ever took
nah,
off.
nah,
It was
it's-
only like considered big because Twitch put so much like effort into
Facts,
it
those
with
Twitch drops.
the
With the keys.
with sponsorships or with Twitch rivals
Yeah.
or with like skins and stuff.
Mm.
That these big streamers were like getting paid to play it, so of course they were going to do it and they made content on it.
Facts. Yeah, I know.
But like if that
Yeah.
didn't happen, then no one would have played it.
true,
They would
true.
have played it like once and then realized it was like really
like,
difficult.
Yeah, it was a difficult game.
The steep,
but
the steep
steep
player
learning
curve was
curve.
mad.
Yeah, that was facts. That was very true. I mean, I'd like to say I got quite good at it and I really enjoyed it. But after a while, it was just like I felt that ping really played a massive part in that game, and we were
It
feeling
was
it
a
big
fun
time.
concept.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
if it was better implemented,
Yeah,
like,
true,
it would have been a good game.
Very true.
Because it was a fun concept, except we didn't have enough players. Like,
Yeah, the
for
player
fun, if
base
you
was
remember
so
when
small.
we played with Shen, or when we
There
played
was
with
only
Brian
like
as well.
three
Did
guys.
you guys
Get
get
it,
like
get
the
it, the
same
same
guy
people,
or the
yeah.
same like players 6 games in a
Yeah.
row
Over
or some
and over.
crap like that?
We get
Well, it's
killed
just
by
like
the
there was
same
only 3 guns that actually like did anything in that game.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah,
Ripper,
true.
Protocol, and Hexfire.
Yeah, the other ones are just like pea shooters, or they're like that weird energy ball gun that just
Yeah, that
no one ever used.
Skybreaker thing, the salvo. Oh goodness, but
It's
that was
pointless weapons that like ruined the fun.
yeah, true. It's like they just put the
Yeah.
guns there. They're just like, guys, we've got so many guns, but only 3 of them are proper. The others are whack. Enjoy.
I
the
remember
game.
Chanel and I like made plans to do a weapon ranking
Yeah, we with
of
the
that
tier
of all the
list. The
guns
tier
on a
list.
tier list.
Yeah. And it
That-
just died as soon. Like it
yeah,
died as
that idea
quickly as we
went
thought
with
of
Swiss
that.
Hyperscape.
True, true, true. But we will do that in the future. And you know, I'd like to talk about Valorant. I've really enjoyed it. Sue, we need to play. We need to play, Sue.
Dude, yeah.
True, I have this
Dude,
in the
what did you
podcast
say?
now.
Yeah,
I have it
dude.
in the podcast
Dude,
now.
didn't
You
you
can't
guys
back
say
down.
this,
You
like,
can't back
3
down.
months ago?
Like
I'm
last year.
I'm watching you.
Yeah,
I'm watching
dude.
you.
Okay, I'll start the update. It'll probably be done in like 2 days.
Yeah,
but-
no, dude, the updates are no, the
Yes,
updates are
dude.
big. I won't lie. Well, I think they've compounded now, so it'd probably be like 10 gigs or something. But not too big.
Oh, make that. Make
Probably
that.
insane.
It's only like
Make
5
that
minutes for
4
Make
days.
it like
make
2
it
years.
4 days.
Make
Yeah.
it 2 years, and then the boy will just rock up and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, my update was done in an hour."
Yeah. That's how it happens like every time.
Dude, it takes so long to update that the next update begins to stack.
Yeah.
It just never ends. It just never ends.
Oh my goodness. But I've had so much fun. I hopped back into Valorant. Obviously, we've had Mo alongside me, and I've learned a lot about PC gaming from Mo. Really enjoyed it. I got back into Valorant lately, and I'm really, really enjoying it again. So, I mean, that alongside Recounting, you guys know all about Recounting. You know all about the time I
I
put
need to
into
start
it.
coaching again.
Yeah, you know, Julian needs to be Coach Julian. He needs to be in Discord, sharing the screen, be like, dude, he's right there. Wait, hold on. Okay, beam him now. Away, snipe this guy. He's trash. Away. all of those calls. I really
What
love
I'm
those.
good at.
Yeah, facts. And in the videos that we made, and like the clips and stuff that we made for the MTG Insta and my own Instagram, I just remember those times where Julian's like, mad.
Well, like Coach Neil, don't aim at that corner, aim at this one, and then like 3 seconds later,
Yeah,
like, dude
the
runs
guy
around
rocked
the
up
corner and told
at
me,
that corner,
yeah.
and I was like, bruh, dude. And they were like, dude, that's just bad timing. It's like 6 different names. It's CSGO timing, it's a Siege timing, it's everything. Basically, it's just bad timing. Oh my goodness. But truly, we had so much fun. And, you know, I think one of the last things we might speak about, if not the last thing we speak about in this podcast, is the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Vino has one. I know he's not wearing it, but he has one as
It's
well.
somewhere, dude.
It's somewhere there. But
It's still in transit.
no, I did give it to him. The transit was me, but
Yeah.
let's just say I forgot it quite a few times.
Yeah.
Body
yeah.
Shenz. And then, oh yes, I stole Vino's plug by mistake. I don't
We
even
don't need to
understand.
talk about that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't need to
So
talk
I
about that.
think a really, really big thing is the shirt and the fact that I also landed up stealing Vino's plug from his house. I gave it back to him after quite a lengthy period of time, and then he had like
Yeah.
some other glass of mine or something. But beyond that, having the shirt makes me so proud. Vino's also joined MTG. He's a creative director. I'm the head of content, and yeah, we're looking to make it a massive success. I am incredibly committed to making it a success, and I definitely believe that we can. So, I mean, if you guys would like to say anything, I think this has been 2020 in review. I think we spoke about a lot of things. I just have one thing to say: thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, before we go,
Yeah.
what would you say is one thing that you want to do differently from what you did this year
In 2021, oh,
in
okay.
2021?
2021, I would like there to be no coronavirus, but that is not going to happen. I know.
Yes,
Something
sir.
that you can control.
Yeah. No,
I'd like
I,
to be able to leave the house.
yeah. True, but
I mean, you can.
in
usually
all
speaking.
honesty, something that I'd like to do differently, just for the channel, for all of you Shenz63 gamers out there, I'd just like to help you in any way possible, whether it's with mental health, whether it's just with having positive vibes, bring you guys quality content. You know, it's just scaling up. We're gonna make it a lot better in every single way. I just thought about something new that I want to do for 2021 just today, and I was like, yes, I like this. But there's gonna be lots of changes. Let's just say that, and let's say that with regards to the channel, it's gonna feel like a new year. There's gonna be new things. There's gonna be so many things to look forward to. We're gonna start off January with a bang. And these guys around me are going to be a massive part of it. So thank you to them. Thank you to all of you that have watched, that will watch. And yeah, it means a lot to me. But all I want to say is I look forward to elevating our content. I look forward to making amazing things happen. And yeah, that's what you can expect from Shenz63 Gaming. We move forward, and we move forward together.
We move.
We move.
So,
We move.
But yeah.
Moving forward.
But yeah, I think if everyone's happy to close the podcast, I think we can end it here. Also, once again, Happy New Year. Happy 2021. And let's make it a cracker.
Cheers.
Cheers.